So you meet somebody for the very first time, either online or offline, and you have a fabulous product, service, or business that you sell, and you want to introduce it to them. You think that they would be fabulous and perfect for what you have, but you don't want to pounce on them and be that weird, salesy guy or gal. So what the heck do you do? So when's the perfect time to share what you have with them? That's what I'm going to be talking about in this episode. So stay tuned. My name is Tanya Eliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success faster while most importantly, designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new training video and free resource for you and your business each and every week. Now, I've been in network marketing since 2010 and created a 7-figure online business. And so you definitely have to find that right moment to share your product, service, or business with somebody. You definitely have to be doing that in the first place, but you don't want the process to drag on forever and ever. And you also don't want to make the process seem disingenuous or unauthentic. You really want to be good to the people that you're going to be bringing on board or selling your product, service, or business to. Right? So when I meet somebody for the very first time, it's really important for me to ask a lot of questions. And it's very important for you to ask a lot of questions because if you just go for the jugular and try to sell your product, service, or business, you're going to be kind of labeled as that weird person or that guy or gal. And you don't want to be labeled that way at all, right? So you want to ask questions that's going to help you determine what angle you can use to present your product, service, or business to so that you seem genuine and helpful to your prospect that you just meet. And the goal is to act interested, not be interesting. So this is a really good thing that I love about learning this process because I'm naturally an introvert. Yes, I know whenever I tell people that, they go, I don't even believe you, but I'm naturally an introvert. So for me, I don't really like talking about myself a lot, but I'm really good at listening and I like to find out about people. And so I start asking them a lot of questions about themselves. And as they're talking, I'm listening to see if there is a possible need or want or desire for my product, service, or business. And then if they give me something to work with, that's when I'll present my product, service, or business. Now, I like to do it sooner rather than later. I don't like to try to build a relationship unauthentically and then come in and say, hey, the reason why I became a friend with you or because we started this conversation is because I have something I want to sell you. Now, that just seems weird, right? So you want to ask the right questions so you can find the right opportunity to present your product, service, or business. Now, in every episode of Tanya Eliza TV, I like to equip you with a free resource that you can download and use in your business. And today, since we're talking about finding the right opportune time to present your business or services to somebody so it seems genuine and they are interested in learning more, and I'm talking about asking questions so you can figure out when the right time is, you also got to know what these questions are, right? So you got to know what questions to ask because there is a strategy to it in asking the right questions that'll help you figure out where you can lead and when you can lead with your product, service, or business. So in today's episode, I'm going to leave you with 20 prospecting questions that you can use with your prospects, whether you're meeting them for the very first time, or maybe these are old prospects that you had on your list for a while, that you can ask them to help you identify a need, want, or desire for what it is you have. And they should help you in your business, whether you're prospecting online using social media or offline in the cold market. Now, you can pick these up absolutely free at tanyaeliza.com/72 download. The number 72 download. We'll leave a link for you above or below this video. That link will take you to the blog post with this video. And then right underneath the video, you'll see a big yellow button. If you click that button, you can download my top 20 prospecting questions to help you figure out if there's a need, want, or desire that will naturally allow you to progress with your product, service, or opportunity invitation presentation. Okay, so go pick that up. I think it'll really help you go along with this episode. Now, there's 20 questions in there, but let's say you go through, you're asking questions, you're having conversation with people. And let's say, for example, you ask a question and you say, hey, what do you do for a living, right? That's a natural question. I was just sitting on a plane actually coming back from Florida the other day, and I sat next to a really sharp individual, and I started the conversation with, oh, hey, do you live in Florida? And I said, oh, what do you do for a living, right? So I started asking questions. And she said that she was a teacher and she's been teaching for a while. She's actually on her last year of teaching. And then she said she's going to retire. And I said, oh, that's awesome. I said, you must have loved being a teacher because you did it for so many years. You're now going to be retiring. I said, what are you going to do after you retire? And you see how I was asking these questions. She said, I don't know. I need to figure something out. And so I said, oh, mental note. She said, I need to figure something out. Now I have a business. Maybe I would like to share my business, or maybe, she would like to do something with me if she's looking, right? So I made a mental note. We had some more conversation. Now, after the conversation was over, you want to ask, once you find a possible need for what you have. They tell you they don't like their job, or they're looking, or they're open, or maybe they lead into something where you can present your products or services. You want to ask that question if they would be open. So if this lady sitting next to me on the plane said, oh, I really need to find something to do. I would lead into asking if she's open. I said, well, hey, you know what? I'm working for a really fun company. We're always looking for people part-time. And I don't know, if you keep your options open, I would love to share with you what I am doing. I think it would give you something to do that would be really fun. And heck, you could make some side income alongside that as well to sort of supplement your retirement income. Do you keep your options open if something cool crossed your desk and got you excited and I could share some information with you? So you want to ask them if they are open, right? So once they give you the information to work with, you want to be aware of that information, take it in, make a mental note, and then ask them if they would be open to learning more information that would help them with what they already told you they wanted. So you can see it's a natural flow instead of just going in and saying, hey, you should buy my stuff, or my stuff's awesome for you, you should do it. You want to actually find a need, want, and desire, and then use that in a way where your product, service, or business could help them or entertain that need, want, or desire that they already told you they wanted. Well, how do you figure that out? You gotta ask them some questions to do that. Now, what if they don't give you anything to use? What if they don't give you anything at all to use as far as moving into asking, hey, do you keep your options open, or would you be open to learning more? Let's say they're super happy, everything's peachy, and they don't really they don't really share with you that they need or want your product. Like, how do you segment the conversation from there? Maybe just meet somebody super cool and you're like, I think that they would be a great promoter or referrer of our products, or they would be really great in our business, but they didn't really give me anything to work with. So how do I segment and actually share my product, service, or business with that kind of a person? And I like to use what I like to call my shot in the dark strategy. Okay, shot in the dark strategy goes like this. They tell you everything they love. There's not really anything there that, describes a need, want, or desire. And you say, look, hey, I have been talking to you here for the last 5 minutes, or we've been chatting back and forth here on Facebook, and I just have to say, I love your energy. And this is where you would insert a genuine compliment that you can naturally share with them. Maybe they had a great attitude. Maybe their vibe is really cool. Maybe they know a lot of people that you know, or maybe they know a lot of people in general because of their profession. Maybe they're very well respected in their industry, whatever it is. I'm going to insert a genuine compliment. I'm going to say, you know what? We've been talking here for like the last 5 or 10 minutes. You seem so super cool and amazing. Now, this is a complete shot in the dark. But I would be silly not to ask if you at all keep your options open outside of what you're currently doing, if it didn't already interfere with what you're already doing, when it comes to possibly working on a side project a little more closely with me. I think that you are so awesome and bubbly, and I'm always looking for people like you. And I was just wondering if you'd all keep your options open when it comes to something along those lines, because I just think it would be so cool that we could maybe partner, stay more connected, or work a little bit more closely together. Do you at all keep your options open when it comes to something like that? So that's my shot in the dark strategy. And you never know unless you ask somebody. So if you're complimenting them and you're just being really genuine and saying, hey, you're super cool, right? Who's gonna say no to keeping their options open? At least to hear about what you have. And so I would do that immediately after you meet somebody and you start conversation with them. And in conclusion, it is different for everybody, and timing is everything, right? So timing for them, not you. So it has to be the right timing for them. So everybody is different. It might take a little bit more time to have that right opportunity to share, but don't wait too long. Don't go months and months and months cultivating a relationship before you present what you have. Do it right away, because if you don't do it right away with that person, what if somebody else does it with that person and they're on somebody else's team, or they're buying products or services from somebody else when they could have been doing business with you? You never want to run into that scenario. It is not a fun place to be. Trust me, I've been there. And remember, it's all about asking questions and finding a need and want and desire. Do not pounce on people and be that sleazy, slimy salesperson or sales guy or gal. Don't be that guy, don't be that gal, right? It's all about asking questions. So make sure that you pick up my 20 prospecting questions that'll help you find a need, want, and desire and lead into a product presentation or service presentation or business presentation for you and your business. You can get that over on my blog at TanyaEliza.com/72 download. The link will be above or below this video. Click it, go to the blog post, click the yellow button below the video. You'll get that resource for you and your business. Question of the week: do you have a good time when you like to share your product, service, or business with somebody that's been working well with you? Do you do it right away? Do you wait a little bit? Do you like a relationship to be there in place first? What has been working with you? Join the conversation below in the comments section. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and it has helped you in your business. If it has, make sure to share it with your team or with your fans and followers on your social media via one of the social media share links above or below or around somewhere in this video. If you found value in this, share it. I'd be most obliged that you did, and I will see you on the next episode of Tanya Eliza TV.